What if I told you that one tiny hygiene mistake you're making every single day could silently steal years off your life? Picture this. Some folks glide into their 80s and 90s with clear minds, strong steps, and boundless energy, while others limp along, battling fatigue, infections, and a body that feels older than it should. Is it just luck? Genetics? Or could it be something as simple and shocking as how you wash your body? I'm Dr. Felix, a physician who spent decades helping seniors not just survive, but thrive. Today, I'm spilling a secret that flipped my world upside down after a chat with a wise colleague. 4 overlooked body parts you're probably not cleaning right, and washing them daily could add years to your life. Stick with me to the end, because this isn't just about feeling fresh. It's about living longer, stronger, and better. Before we dive in, I'd love to know where you're watching from. Drop your city or country in the comments. If you're excited to unlock some life-changing wisdom, smash that like button. It keeps these tips flowing your way. New here? Hit subscribe and ring that bell so you don't miss a thing. And here's a little challenge. If you're hooked already, type number 1 below. If it's not clicking, leave a number 0. I'm here to make this work for you. Ready to wash your way to a longer life? Let's get started. We all think we've got hygiene nailed. Shower, brush, rinse, repeat. It's a routine etched into us since childhood, right? But here's the jaw-dropper. Most of us, especially as we age, are skipping 4 critical spots that could be quietly sabotaging our health. I didn't believe it myself until Dr. Sarah Lynn, a geriatric expert with 35 years under her belt, sat me down and said, "You'd be amazed how many seniors I see with preventable problems, all from neglecting these areas." She was right. Poor hygiene in these spots doesn't just mean bad breath or itchy skin. It's tied to infections, inflammation, even heart issues and brain fog. The fix? Minutes a day, no fancy gadgets, just a little know-how. Let's dive into the 4 body parts you need to wash daily: tongue, ears, feet, and underarms, and why they're your ticket to a longer, healthier life. Imagine your tongue as a bustling city, alive, chaotic, teeming with over 700 types of bacteria scurrying across its bumpy streets. You scrub your teeth every day, maybe floss if you're feeling diligent. But if you're skipping your tongue, you're leaving a grimy playground wide open for trouble. As a doctor, I've seen this tiny slip-up turn into a silent health thief, stealing more than just your fresh breath. It's snatching your vitality, your confidence, even your years. That pink muscle isn't just for tasting your morning coffee or chatting with friends. It's a gateway, and if you let it fester, the consequences ripple far beyond your mouth. Harmful bacteria can slip into your bloodstream through inflamed gums, a risk that climbs as we age, linking poor tongue hygiene to heart disease, diabetes complications, even lung infections. It's a shocking truth I didn't grasp until patients started teaching me lessons no textbook ever could. Take Mrs. Ellen, 68, who rolled into my clinic one gray afternoon. Her shoulders slumped, her voice barely above a whisper. "Doc, my breath's so bad my grandkids won't hug me anymore. I'm mortified," she confessed, eyes darting to the floor. She'd brushed twice daily, flossed like a champ, even gargled mouthwash until her throat burned. Yet that sour cloud lingered. I leaned in, asked her to stick out her tongue, and there it was, a thick white film coating it like a winter frost. "You're missing the culprit," I said, handing her a $2 plastic tongue scraper from my drawer. "Scrape it daily, morning and night." 3 weeks later, she strutted back in, grinning ear to ear. "My food tastes alive again, Doc. The kids are hugging me, and I feel like me." Her dentist even called me later. Less plaque, healthier gums, all from that one tweak. That film? A stew of dead cells and bacteria she'd ignored for decades, quietly dimming her days. It's not just about breath, though. Ellen's story is the tip of the iceberg. Your tongue hosts a wild ecosystem. Some bacteria keep things balanced, but others, left unchecked, brew chaos. Research shows those nasty ones don't stay put. They hitch a ride through tiny cuts or gum sores, a common plague for seniors with thinning tissues. I've seen it spark sinus infections, nagging coughs, even chest troubles in folks who never suspected their mouth was the source. One patient, a 72-year-old ex-smoker, kept landing in my office with bronchitis. Antibiotics didn't stick until we cleaned his tongue daily. "I thought it was my lungs, Doc, not my mouth," he marveled. "A dirty tongue dulls your taste too. Imagine sipping tea or biting into an apple and tasting only shadows of what's there. Worse, it taxes your immune system, leaving you tired when you could be thriving. Here's how to fight back. It's so simple you'll wonder why you didn't start sooner. Grab a tongue scraper. Drugstores sell them cheap, or use a spoon in a pinch. Gently glide it from back to front. 3 or 4 swipes, no need to gouge. Think of wiping a foggy mirror, not sanding a deck. Morning's key. Overnight bacteria pile up like unwashed dishes, so scrape before breakfast. Night's lighter, just a quick pass before bed to clear the day's debris. Rinse with water or a swig of antibacterial mouthwash. Nothing fancy, just enough to flush the gunk. You'll see a film lift off. White, yellow, sometimes gray. That's the junk you don't want inside you. Sensitive gag reflex? Start mid-tongue, ease back as you get the hang of it. The payoff's unreal. Ellen regained her taste. Coffee went from bland to bold, fruit from mush to magic. Her energy ticked up too, less bacterial load, less strain on her body. Bad breath? Gone. She's back to laughing with her grandkids, no mince needed. I tried it myself after Dr. Sarah Lynn's nudge. My own tongue had a faint coating I'd ignored. A week in, I felt fresher, sharper, like I'd unlocked a secret. Watch for soreness or white patches that won't budge. Could be thrush or something deeper, so check with your doc. This 3-minute habit's your daily reset, proof that a cleaner tongue isn't just hygiene. It's a longer, livelier life. Your ears aren't just for hearing the birds chirp or your grandkids' laughter. They're a hidden danger zone, a quiet corner where trouble brews if you let it. As a doctor, I've watched seniors shrug off ear cleaning like it's a chore for kids, only to stumble into my office with problems they never saw coming. Wax, sweat, and dead skin cells pile up in those delicate curves, and as we age, earwax thickens into a stubborn glue. Dark, sticky, relentless. Ignore it, and you're not just risking a little muffled sound. You're courting infections, hearing loss, even balance issues that can send you tumbling. Falls are a top killer past 65, and I've seen wobbly legs trace back to clogged ears more times than I can count. It's a small spot with a big impact, and washing it daily could be your secret to standing tall and living longer. Take Mr. Tom, 74, who shuffled into my clinic one rainy morning, his cane tapping the floor like a nervous drumbeat. "Doc, I'm wobbly all the time. I can't keep up with my dog anymore," he grumbled, his brow furrowed. He blamed his knees, his age, everything but his ears. I tilted his head, peered inside, and there it was, a wax jungle, thick and dark, clogging his canals like a dam. "You're not cleaning these right," I said. His routine? A quick shower rinse, maybe a Q-tip now and then, pushing wax deeper, not out. "Wash them daily," I urged. "Warm water, a soft cloth, a gentle wipe around the outer ear." 2 months later, he marched in, cane lighter in his grip. "I hear my wife's nagging again, Doc, and I'm not tripping over the rug." He laughed. Cleaner ears sent clearer signals to his brain, sound and stability restored in one swoop. It's not just about hearing, though. Tom's tale is a glimpse of a bigger truth. Your ears are a marvel, 2 tiny shells channeling sound, balance, and a bit of your body's equilibrium. But age slows wax flow, and what once cleared out naturally now sticks around, hardening into trouble. I've had patients with earaches, sharp, nagging stabs, because bacteria found a damp, waxy home. Others complain of itching, a maddening tickle they scratch raw, inviting infection. One 70-year-old Mrs. Ida kept waking up dizzy. Turns out wax pressed her inner ear, throwing off her balance. "I thought it was my blood pressure, Doc," she said, stunned when a wash fixed it. A dirty ear doesn't just muffle your world. It dims your strength, your footing, your days. Here's how to do it right. It's so easy you'll kick yourself for not starting sooner. Step into the shower, let warm water, not hot. Soften the wax for a minute. Grab a soft cloth or the edge of a towel, dampen it, and gently wipe the outer ear, the folds, the rim, the nook behind. No Q-tips. Those little sticks jam wax deeper, like packing dirt into a pipe. Pat dry with a clean towel. Don't let moisture linger. It's a fungal invite. Stubborn wax? A drop of olive oil weakly softens it. Warm it slightly. Tilt your head. Let it sit 5 minutes. Then wipe. Check with your doc first. Takes 5 minutes. Tops. Less time than brewing coffee. And cuts infection risk. Sharpens sound. Keeps you steady. The payoff's wild. Tom's dog walks stretched longer. He hears the leash jingle now, not just a blur. His wife's voice, once a faint hum, rings clear. Though he jokes he misses the quiet. I tried it myself after a patient's nudge. My own ears had a faint wax sheen I'd ignored. A week of washing, and the world snapped into focus. Birds louder, steps surer. Watch for pain, buzzing, or wax that won't budge. Could signal an infection or blockage, so see your doc. This daily rinse isn't just hygiene, it's a lifeline. Mr. Tom calls it his balance hack. A small wash, a giant leap for a longer, steadier life. Your feet carry you through life. 26 bones, 33 joints, over 100 muscles and tendons weaving a marvel that holds you up, steps you forward, keeps you steady. Yet most seniors treat them like an afterthought. A quick rinse in the shower, a shrug, and on with the day. Big mistake. As a doctor, I've seen this quiet neglect turn feet from faithful allies into saboteurs of longevity. Age slows circulation, sweat and dirt wedge between toes, and fungi creep in like uninvited guests. Left unchecked, it's not just an itch or a stink. It's infections, swelling, even diabetic sores that can steal your steps. Poor foot care doesn't just ache. It's tied to falls, heart strain, and a mobility fade that dims your golden years. Dr. Sarah Lynn, a geriatric guru, once told me, "Feet are your health's first alarm. Ignore them, and the whole system wobbles." She's right. Washing them daily could be your foundation for a longer, stronger life. Mrs. Ruby, 70, limped into my office one humid afternoon, her sandals slapping the floor, her face twisted in frustration. "Doc, my feet itch like crazy. I can't stand it," she said, peeling off a sock to reveal cracked red toes that looked like they'd fought a losing battle. She'd rinsed them in the shower, sure, but years of damp socks and tight shoes had bred a fungal army between her digits. "Wash and dry them daily," I urged. Mild soap, warm water, a thorough towel off, especially those sneaky gaps. A month later, she danced in, yes, danced, her eyes sparkling. "No itch, Doc, and I'm walking to the mailbox without wincing." Cleaner feet boosted her blood flow, eased her aches, and put a spring back in her step. She's since added a weekly Epsom salt soak. Her spa day, she calls it. Proof that small care reaps big rewards. It's not just fungus, though. Ruby's story scratches the surface of a deeper truth. Your feet are a marvel, but they're fragile as you age. Circulation lags, leaving them cold, swollen, or numb. Early whispers of heart trouble or diabetes. I've had patients ignore tiny cuts that festered into ulcers. Diabetics especially, where a nick can spiral to amputation if you're not vigilant. One 67-year-old Mr. Lee kept feeling a sharp heel pain. Turned out damp feet had cracked his skin, letting bacteria in. "I thought it was just age, Doc," he said, stunned when a wash routine healed it. Falls are the real killer. Past 65, a wobbly stance from sore feet can land you in the ER. Clean feet aren't just comfort. They're your lifeline to staying upright, active, alive. Here's how to do it right. No excuses, no fuss. Step into warm water, not hot, it dries skin, and lather with mild soap. Grab a soft cloth, scrub the tops, soles, and sides, then zero in between toes. Fungus loves those dark, damp hideouts. Think of it like dusting a bookshelf. Miss the crevices, and the grime wins. Rinse clean, then dry. Really dry, with a towel. Lift each toe, pat every gap. Dampness is your enemy, breeding trouble overnight. Moisturize tops and soles with a dab of lotion. Keep it soft, dodge cracks, but skip between toes. Moisture there undoes your work. Takes 5 minutes, less time than scrolling your phone, and cuts infection risk, boosts flow, keeps you moving. Check daily for redness, cuts, or swelling. Catch it early, save a fight later. The payoff's electric. Ruby's walks stretched from mailbox to park. She's clocking a mile now, grinning like a kid. Her sleep's deeper too. No itching to wake her. I tried it myself after a long shift. My own feet, calloused from years of standing, softened up, felt lighter. A patient once said, "Doc, clean feet got me dancing at my grandson's wedding." Watch for cold toes, persistent pain, or sores that linger. Could signal circulation woes or diabetes, so see your doc. This daily wash isn't just hygiene, it's your anchor. Mrs. Ruby calls it her step saver. A small ritual, a giant leap for a longer, freer life. Underarms get a swipe of deodorant in the morning, sure. Maybe a spritz if you're feeling fancy. But if you think that's enough, you're in for a wake-up call. As a doctor, I've seen this quick fix fall flat, leaving your underarms not just smelly, but a ticking time bomb for your health. They're not just sweat zones. They're the immune gatekeepers, home to a network of lymph nodes quietly filtering toxins, draining waste, and keeping your defenses sharp. Neglect them, and sweat, bacteria, and dead skin pile up like trash in a clogged gutter, clogging pores and brewing inflammation. It's not just about odor. This mess can spark rashes, infections, even a subtle drag on your energy that hits harder after 60. Washing them daily isn't a luxury. It's a lifeline to a lighter, longer life. Mr. Henry, 66, shuffled into my office one crisp fall day. His shirt tugged tight under his arms, his voice low and sheepish. "Doc, my armpits itch like mad, and I'm tired all the time. I don't get it," he muttered, scratching absently. He'd slathered deodorant for years, thick, sticky layers caking his skin, a habit he thought kept him fresh. I lifted his arm, peeked under, red, bumpy, a battlefield of irritation. "You're trapping trouble," I said. "Wash them daily, warm water, mild soap, a gentle scrub." 3 weeks later, he bounced in, eyes bright. "No itch, doc, and I've got pep again. I'm raking leaves without wheezing." His lymph nodes breathed easier. His body shed that heavy fog. He's since ditched the heavy antiperspirants for a natural stick. Less junk, more flow. Proof a small shift can unlock big gains. It's not just rashes, though. Henry's tale is a window into a deeper story. Your underarms are a hub, over 20 lymph nodes per side, tiny warriors sifting out the bad stuff. But age slows sweat glands, and years of product buildup turn this detox zone into a swamp. I've seen it spark boils, painful, pus-filled lumps that need lancing, or stubborn smells no deodorant can mask. One patient, Mrs. Clara, 71, kept coughing up excuses for her old lady odor. Turns out, caked deodorant had trapped bacteria, stressing her system. "I thought it was my age, doc," she said, stunned when a wash routine freshened her up. Inflammation from clogged pores doesn't stay local. It taxes your immune system, leaving you sluggish when you could be spry. Clean underarms don't just feel good, they fight for you. Here's how to do it right. No fuss, no fortune. Step into the shower, let warm water, not scalding, open those pores for a minute. Grab a soft sponge or cloth, lather with mild, unscented soap. Harsh scents irritate, and scrub gently in circles, then up and down. Think of polishing a delicate glass, firm but kind. clearing sweat and gunk without a fight. Rinse till the water runs clear. Soap residues a rash waiting to happen. Pat dry with a clean towel, then let them air out a moment before deodorant. Damp skin traps junk right back. Takes 5 minutes, less time than brewing tea, and cuts inflammation, boosts circulation, lifts your load. Henry now adds a weekly baking soda rinse, tablespoon in water, a quick swab, to Nick's stubborn buildup, his fresh trick. The payoff's a revelation. Henry's raking stretch to pruning. He's out there hours now, not winded. His sleep's steadier, no itch to jolt him awake. I tried it myself after a sweaty shift. My own underarms had a faint film I'd ignored. A week of washing, and I felt lighter, cleaner, like I'd shed a layer of fatigue. A patient once said, "Doc, clean armpits got me hugging my wife without worry." Watch for redness, swelling, or lumps that linger. Could signal infection or lymph issues, so see your doc. This daily cleanse isn't just hygiene, it's your shield. Mr. Henry calls it his energy unlock. A small scrub, a giant leap for a longer, livelier life. Let's step into my clinic for a moment. Real folks, real turnarounds, stories that stick with me long after the charts are filed. These aren't just patients. They're proof that washing these 4 spots daily isn't some abstract health tip. It's a lifeline that rewrites lives. As a doctor, I've watched seniors shuffle in, burdened by aches or embarrassment, only to stride out with a spark I hadn't seen in years. Here's a handful of tales from my years behind the stethoscope, each one tied to a tongue, an ear, a foot, or an underarm. And the lessons they've burned into me. Mrs. Grace's tongue. Triumph. Grace, 77, came to me a shadow of herself, her voice trembling. "Doc, I'm a recluse. My breath keeps everyone away." She sighed, clutching a tin of mints she'd relied on for years. Her family dinners had dwindled. Grandkids dodged her hugs. Her daughter's calls grew short. I spotted the culprit, a coated tongue, a bacterial haven she'd never touched. "Scrape it daily," I said, handing her a cheap tool. A month later, she burst in, eyes alight. "I taste my tea now, Doc. The kids pile on for stories." She'd hosted a barbecue, first in years, laughter filling the air as she savored every bite. Lesson: freshness doesn't just clean your mouth, it pulls you back into life. Mr. Paul's ear. Awakening. Paul, 71, slumped into my chair, his hearing aid dangling uselessly. "Doc, I'm fading. The choir's a hum now," he muttered, his voice thick with loss. Music was his lifeline, decades leading hymns, yet wax had muffled it all. "Wash your ears daily," I urged. "Warm water, a soft cloth, no digging." 6 weeks later, he stood taller, grinning. "I hear every note, Doc, alto to bass." He'd rejoined the choir, his baritone ringing out at Sunday service, his wife teasing he'd caught her whispers too. Lesson: clarity starts small. A clean ear can tune you back into the world. Mrs. Lena's foot fix. Lena, 69, hobbled in, her gardening gloves tucked under her arm. "Doc, my feet sting. I can't dig anymore," she said, peeling off socks to reveal flaky, sore toes. Her flower beds, her pride, sat neglected, her days indoors growing long. Damp shoes had turned her feet into a fungal mess. "Wash and dry daily," I told her. Soap, water, a thorough towel off. 2 months on, she swept in, dirt under her nails. "I'm out there daily, Doc. My roses are blooming and my feet feel young." She'd walked a local fair, showing off her blooms, her limp gone. Lesson: strength's in the details. Clean feet keep your passions alive. Mr. Sam's underarm. Uplift. Sam, 73, eased into my office, his flannel shirt hiding a wince. "Doc, my armpits burn, and I'm dragging," he admitted, years of deodorant caking his skin. Hiking trails, his weekend ritual, had faded to memory, his energy sapped. "Wash them daily," I said. "Warm water, a gentle scrub." A month later, he bounded in, cheeks ruddy. "I'm hiking again, Doc. 5 miles last week." His rashes cleared. His pep roared back. He'd even danced at a friend's party. No itch to stop him. Lesson? Detox lifts you. A clean underarm recharges your days. These stories aren't flukes. They're echoes of what I've seen time and again. I've had others who didn't listen, like Mr. Jim, 70, who brushed off foot washing and landed in a cast from an infected cut, his fishing trips on hold. The contrast stings. A minute of care could have saved months of pain. I felt it myself too. After long shifts, I'd ignored my own underarms, thinking deodorant was enough. A week of washing, and I shed a fatigue I hadn't named. These seniors taught me, it's not about vanity, it's survival. Grace hugs tighter, Paul sings louder, Lena digs deeper, Sam hikes farther, all from a daily wash. Small moves, massive shifts. Proof that hygiene isn't a chore. It's a gift you give yourself. A ticket to more years, more life. So there you go, my friends. Tongue, ears, feet, underarms. 4 simple spots to wash daily and kick trouble to the curb, paving your way to a longer, stronger life. As a doctor, I've seen these small acts turn weary seniors into vibrant souls, not just dodging cramps or rashes, but reclaiming years they thought were lost. It's not about scrubbing harder or drowning in soap. It's about washing smarter, zeroing in on what matters most. These aren't random chores. They're targeted strikes against the silent thieves, bacteria, inflammation, fatigue, that creep in as we age. Which will you start with? Tongue scraping tonight to taste tomorrow's coffee? Ear wiping to hear the birds clearer? Foot drying to step steadier? Underarm rinsing to feel lighter? Drop it in the comments. I'm all ears, dying to know what clicks for you. This isn't some dry lecture from a medical journal. It's wisdom carved out of decades in the clinic, etched in the smiles of folks like Mrs. Grace, who hugged her grandkids again, or Mr. Paul, who sang his heart out. I've watched it unfold. Patients hobbling in, weighed down by neglect they didn't even see, then striding out with a spark I'd missed before. Take Mrs. Lena. She was ready to ditch her garden until clean feet brought her roses back. Or Mr. Sam, who thought his hiking days were done until an underarm wash gave him wings. These aren't flukes. They're proof that a few minutes a day can rewrite your story. I felt it myself too. After a patient's nudge, I scrubbed my own underarms right, shed a fog I'd carried for weeks. It's personal now. I want that spark for you too. Why these 4? Because they're the unsung heroes. Your tongue guards your breath and blood, your ears your balance and joy, your feet your freedom, your underarms your energy. Skip them, and you're handing years to problems you could have crushed. I've seen the flip side. Patients like Mr. Jim, who ignored his feet and lost months to a cast, his fishing rod gathering dust. Compare that to Grace hosting barbecues, Paul leading hymns. Cleaning these spots isn't just hygiene, it's power. Pills won't do this. Water alone won't cut it. It's the daily wash, soap in hand, intention in heart, that builds this shield. Dr. Sarah Lynn once said, "Health isn't loud, it's in the quiet habits." She's right. Small moves, massive wins. Here's my challenge. Pick one, start today. Scrape your tongue before bed. 5 swipes, a fresher you by morning. Wipe your ears in the shower. 2 minutes, a clearer world. Dry your feet tonight. Every toe, a sturdier step tomorrow. Scrub your underarms now. 3 minutes, a lighter load all day. I've watched seniors go from dreading stairs to dancing at weddings because they chose this over excuses. It's not about perfection, it's about starting. Mrs. Ellen told me, "Doc, I scraped my tongue and felt 10 years younger. Why'd I wait?" Don't wait. Your golden years aren't for limping. They're for living, laughing, moving. These 4 washes, they're your ticket. Cheap, simple, yours to claim. If you're still here, and I hope you are, type number 4 below. I love knowing you rode this with me to the end. It's why I do this. Hit that like button if a light bulb flickered on. It's how I keep these gems coming. Share it with someone you love, your mom, your uncle, your neighbor. They deserve this spark too. Subscribe, ring that bell. Your health's worth every second. I've seen it. Neglect steals, but care gives back. Grace hugs tighter, Paul sings louder, Lena digs deeper, Sam hikes farther, all from a wash. You're not helpless against age. It's a signal to wash smart, live long. These habits aren't chores. They're wisdom, a gift from my clinic to your life. You've got this. Start tonight, and let's make those years shine. See you in the next one.